morning, afternoon, evening, good night, depending on where in the world you are. Big up yourself. Listen, we need to get to at least 1,000 today. Today, people. We need to get to 1,000. Listen, you see, if you click on the video, if you don't like the video and you subscribe to the channel, you won't lose any money, you won't lose any sleep. Your family will not have a problem. Nothing will go wrong for you if you just subscribe. Click that subscribe button and subscribe to the channel. So after this video is watched by the hundreds or the thousands of people who watch the video, we need to be at 1,000 or more subscribers after this video. Let me repeat, if you click on the subscribe button, you won't lose your girlfriend, you won't lose your wife, you won't lose money, you won't lose sleep, you won't lose your job. Click, it won't hurt. And me not gonna be slack. Me not gonna be rude. So it's not even one of those channels where you have to worry about anything derogatory. No, it won't happen. This is a channel where you're going to get information, good analysis, and you're going to say, wow, this is something that I want to be a part of. If you're a slack, me know the slacker entertainment and the vulgar thing and the excitement. Sometimes you might watch some of that, but not here. So you don't even have to worry about that, people. I know them overstep them claims that Jamaican people are not intelligent, and it is not true. We have produced some of the greatest sportsmen in the history of the world. Sports and music are the two biggest entertainment factors in the world. And we produce some of the best sportsmen across all sports. As a matter of fact, the greatest sportsman of all time is Usain Bolt. Argument done. Big up Usain Bolt. So subscribe to the channel, people. Yeah, man, important. Like the content. Share the content. Comment in the comment section. I want to hear what your thoughts are. Alright? Alright, so hear what is happening now. Hear what is happening now. Jamaica. The Jamaican, a lot of Jamaican football supporters are worried, that they are concerned about the look of the squad, the look of the team when they play football. There's a thin line between wanting to be happy to see your fellow Jamaicans you can identify with and wanting to get success. And I said that because the thought is that the English-based players are more likely to get us to the World Cup than anything else. Whether it's a mixture, whether it's predominantly, anything at all, whatever context you want to be in terms of the squad. The thought is, by the hierarchy, that English-born players, Mikel Antonio, Ethan Pinnock, Bernard, Latibotier, Bobby Reid, you name them, Damarai Gray, and recently we're seeing where they are very optimistic. The paperwork is being processed for the former Manchester United, now Marseille player, Macy Greenwood, to join the Reggae Boys. That's the thought. But then the local supporters, they don't feel as if it's a Reggae Boy squad. What's the popular music in England? Because it's reggae. Because they're saying we should move the name and change it to someone else. It's not a Reggae Boy squad. Lambesika is right back. Pretty much he's going to be the player that he has been playing. He's going to play. Talking about Ethan Pinnock, he's the best central defender. You're talking about Bernard, who has done well with Ethan Pinnock. You're talking about Greg Lay. Or what's the other fella name? Well, it's going to be an English back four. Andre Blake would be in goal. So that's the one Jamaican must pick. The only Jamaican born must pick. Not even Leon Bailey, as talented he is, because we're going by what he has done for us. Talent-wise, he's a must pick. But based on performance for us, not a must pick. So the only must pick we have in terms of Jamaican born is the goalkeeper, Andre Blake. And the fans don't like it. They say they don't want to see it. Why they're not asking for a quota system like they have at the youth level, where You can't have a hurry of English born or people born outside of Jamaica being a part of the squad. You have to have justification as to why. When you meet the quota, when you meet the amount that they say you can have, you have to justify any additional players that you're bringing in for the youth team. But they're saying they don't want. Some are saying they don't want that. But there are concerns, there are discussions about. They are saying that they don't separate themselves from the local born players. So while you are stuffing the team with all these players, and it's with Steve McLaren coming, it's going to get worse. What are your thoughts? I have mixed feelings about this. Because I really think Mikel Antonio, for example, and Shamar Nicholson are pretty much in the same conversation in terms of quality and effectiveness on the field. Mikel Antonio, before he scored in the Copa America, went a long stretch without getting a goal for us. Bobby Reid floats in and out of games. Damara Gray is consistent. If you can get more Damara Gray or Mason Greenwood, whether he flops or not, the fact that he's so talented, English quality talent, he could play for England, but you know the situation with Mason Greenwood. Ethan Pinnock, with the Lati Bodere and the Bobby Reeds. So what do we do? What do we do, people? We saw Morocco in the World Cup, how went they far, how the country was proud. And I can't remember if any of the players would start on a team in the last game that they played in the World Cup was born in Morocco. Do we want to go that route? But fans are very concerned about it. And I understand. If you believe that some of these players are not far, so if you're going to fly people from England, come to Jamaica, ensure that they are significantly better than the ones that you have that are born in Jamaica. And you don't want to see a starting lineup with 11 non-Jamaican born players. You won't have that feel. But you see, the people who love English Premier League is because most of these players now play in the English Premier League and ensure that they are English League players. Don't do a championship for nobody. Or a League 2 for nobody. We have some players that are bringing from League 2. And we don't know people. We don't know if some of these players are better than some more, for example, Tariq McGee. Why we see so many? We see Lati Bodere, for example. While he's not similar in terms of position played like former Jamaica College man, he has gotten a long run playing rubbish, Lati Bodere. Even though he's being played out of position. He's not a midfielder. But Tariq McGee, I don't understand why he's not gotten a run. So it's the case where they feel that I think some of these managers feel like, oh, you play there, so you must be better than who play here. It's not necessarily the truth. But it's a concern by a lot of Jamaican supporters. How the team look. They understand. Some of them are really ready. Some of them are really ready for true. How will it impact the crowd support if they can identify with the team? It's gotten worse now, people in that regard, in terms of the influx of English-born players. The only time we qualified for the World Cup, it was the least amount that participated in the qualification. Since then, the numbers have gone up and we haven't qualified. Let me repeat it for you. 1998 qualification, we had Burton, Hall, Simpson. That us came close to the qualification and when we qualified for the World Cup. So predominantly we had those three. Since 98 qualification, the numbers have always increased in terms of non-Jamaican born players participating in the qualification, and they have never qualified for another World Cup. Mind you, this is the easiest opportunity to qualify. 3 spots, Canada, Mexico, USA, not a part of it, not involved in the qualification. May have mixed feelings. I genuinely understand why people fear that, why people wouldn't like that. When you see Leon Bailey, when you see Dixon now, when you see other Jamaican born players go overseas and play overseas football, the feeling is, it feels so good, it feels better. You're so proud of your fellow Jamaican men. And then when you're being critical of them, you want to be critical and say you're a Jamaican, You're not supposed to do this and that. We're critical of you. We have to strike a balance. It get close to 11 non-Jamaican. The only thing I see was from that right now is Andre Blake and the people. Shaman Nichols is no longer a must pick. The only must pick Jamaican born player is the goalkeeper and captain. I want to know the thoughts. What do you think? What's the feel? You're okay with the English born players as long as we qualify for World Cup? Or you want to risk it for the biscuit with your own, pretty much? And I know Messi Greenwood is fine for you. I know the REGGAE is fine. But some of the fringe players, the Bobby Reeds, although he's been here for a while with us, Latibo Deer, and the others who have came recently, you don't really want some of those. I need to think about this a little bit more. But I really, truly have mixed feelings, but I genuinely understand the thoughts of the people who are worried about it being the English boys as opposed to the reggae boys. These, though, are merely my views. And now, as always, what say you?